Good morning, everyone. We're very, very happy to welcome everyone to the Nankin Square and Amphitheatre groundbreaking this morning. I'm Alex Garza, the Chief Business Development Officer for the City of Westland, and we're very, very happy to have everyone and welcome you all here to the future site of Nankin Square. First off, I want to recognize some of the dignitaries that will not be speaking, and then we will, of course, recognize those that will be speaking part of the program during this about 45-minute program. I'll recognize folks, and then please hold your applause until the end, and then we'll recognize those folks that will not be speaking today. Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, who's here with us today, Judge Sandra Cicerelli, Judge Mark McConnell, Council President Mike McDermott, Council President Pro Tem Melissa Sampe, Councilwoman Emily Bauman, and also State Representative Peter Herzberg. Thank you all for being with us today. And also, I'd be remiss if we didn't recognize Westland City directors and staff. Please stand for all the directors and staff who are here from the City of Westland as well. Just under a year ago, I joined Mayor Coleman's administration as the Chief Business Development Officer for the city. And this project behind us that we see was one of the first things that I was tasked with evaluating and looking forward to the future for the city. And we knew a couple of things. This project was going to be a very big deal, whatever it turned out to be, and we knew that it was going to be an economic stimulant catalyst for this area in our shop and dine district. When we looked at it, it was not complete as of yet when we looked at it this past November, but we knew that this was going to be a catalyst that was going to really have effects for this city positively for many years to come. So looking at this to see where we are today and groundbreaking and looking at the year process that follows this, it's really amazing to see all the pieces to that puzzle come together. We've had, and you'll hear from the mayor a little bit ahead, but the state, federal government, county government, and city government all coming together in order to provide for what will be one of the largest projects that this region has seen in an amphitheater and Nankin Square. I will go ahead and get started here to recognize one of the partners in this project, Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman. Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib was elected to the United States House in 2018 and has served her community well in that role. This project, as I mentioned, is funded in part with federal funding that she advocated strongly for in Congress. She's also a big fan of making sure her constituents have access to green space and has worked in her capacity as Congresswoman to do so. So please help me welcome Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib.
So I've known Director Garza since he was 14 years old. Probably is going to embarrass him, but is before he had any facial hair. But I told Mayor Coleman, it's just so hard to not see him as that 14-year-old that came to intern in my office when I was in the State House. But it's incredible to see his accomplishment, and he's also, of course, a Wayne County Commissioner. So incredibly proud of the work that he's doing for our Westland families. This is such a privilege because for us on the federal level, we get to pick 15 projects through our federal budget process. And this is one of the projects. And as Alex told you all, it's so incredibly important to make our communities more walkable. I know Executive Evans will talk about this, but making our community in Westland more walkable actually also makes us more competitive for federal grants around housing, around a number of other initiatives. They actually look at those and give up points. It's like a point system, and saying, do they have these kinds of spaces that, again, will allow them to be able to proceed into different federal grant proposals. So I'm incredibly proud of this. It was very much the gap funding. We always tend to come in with the gap funding, and I know the tremendous investment from the county, but the $250,000 that will be spent on here, I know, again, will benefit our families time and time again. all of us have had parks and spaces, and it could be anything almost, that we still remember as a child in our communities. And I'm thinking of all the wonderful children and the families that are going to be able to use this space and be able to make some memories. So again, thank you so much to Mayor Coleman and of course the council members and everyone who supported us in putting this proposal together, and of course being able to get it through the U.S. Federal budget process, which can be very difficult, but you all made it very, very easy for us. Thank you again for allowing us to be part of this. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Next, we will go on to Victoria Houston. Victoria Houston joined the Executive Office of the Governor as a Community Engagement Specialist in April of 2024, covering downriver Western Wayne County, Monroe, and Lenawee counties, and is working to support the office with statewide stakeholders in health, education, and labor. Prior to joining the administration, she served as a staff assistant in the Michigan Senator Gary Peters' office. She went on to hold a legislative correspondent position with the Health, Education, Labor Policy with Senator Debbie Stabenow and Ohio Congresswoman Marcy Kaptur's office. She received her bachelor's degree in Human Resource Management from the University of Toledo in 2021. Please help me welcome Victoria Houston.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much, Commissioner Garza. My name is Victoria Houston, and I am honored to be here on behalf of the Whitmer-Gilchrist administration, whose steadfast focus on economic development has made today possible. Making Michigan a state to live, work, and play has been a cornerstone of the Whitmer administration, and through the Governor and MEDC's Revitalization and Placemaking Program, also known as the RAP 2.0 program, the project will see 3.7 acres on the site of an old surface merchandise warehouse revitalized into a premier community amenity. The Nankin Square Amphitheatre project will feature both nature and adventure play areas for families, an amphitheater for community events, gatherings, and concerts, and provide lawn spaces, gardens, and boardwalks for Michiganders to enjoy. With the RAP 2.0 program, the MEDC is partnered with local communities across the state to proactively address competitiveness of our economy and community revitalization needs in Michigan. Communities by investing in projects that promote both population and tax revenue growth. As a young Michigander, I was one of the many young adults who left the state for a job opportunity in a city that was walkable and had built-in opportunities to meet new people and build community outside of the groups that I interface with every day. I came back to Michigan because I saw the commitment of our governor of the state of Michigan by putting resources into spaces like Nankin Square. Families, young adults, and Michiganders of all ages can look forward to grabbing a bite to eat at a food truck, catching a performance at the amphitheater, or spending a nice summer afternoon in the park. The governor's administration is proud to support the Nankin Square and Amphitheater project here in Westland and has committed $1 million to support this project as part of her bipartisan Make It in Michigan agenda. With this award, the city of Westland will activate 100,069,844 square feet of currently vacant land to create a gathering space, including an amphitheater, food truck area, outdoor arcade, and much more. Michelle Wildman from the MEDC also wanted to share with you today that the Revitalization and Placemaking Program that supported this effort is one of the many ways the state works to reinvigorate our places and instill a sense of pride in our communities. As the governor has said, every person, business, and community should be able to make it in Michigan. To grow our economy and build a brighter future, we must invest in people so that they can pursue their potential and revitalize places to make them more attractive places to live, work, and invest. Let's keep getting it done. And so I want to thank you, Mayor Coleman, for your leadership, Wayne County, and our partners at the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, who have also made today possible. Working with our partners across the state has and will continue to be how we move Michigan forward. Let's build, baby, build. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria. Next, we will actually recognize Wayne County Executive Warren Evans, but I don't mean to steal your thunder, CEO, but I wanted to say how impressive it was to be able to work, the city be able to work with your team in this effort. Hassan Sheikh, economic development team, you all have been great in this whole process, so I just want to recognize your team and the effort that they put into this as well. Mr. Evans was elected as Wayne County CEO in 2014, now having served almost 10 years in his role. One career highlight for Mr. Evans helping rectify a $52 million deficit in the county's budget to a $121 million surplus in the span of 4 years. His contributions to Wayne County are innumerable. This project is funded in part by county funding that CEO Evans was an advocate for. So please help me welcome Wayne County Executive Warren C. Evans.
Thank you, everybody. This is a fun morning. A lot of mornings aren't this much fun. But the development here is really a big deal for the county. It's a big deal for Westland. And Westland is one of those critical communities in Wayne County. We've got 43 communities. But Westland is special in terms of population, in terms of location, and in terms of the mayor's vision, I think, for the fact that cities have to change. You know, we're no longer mall-centric. Things are changing. And so to create outdoor space that's near all of the businesses in this local area will support the amphitheater, certainly, but it's also going to help support the other businesses in Westland that surround it. I mean, not everything's going to be in the mall anymore. We can all look at the mall and see it's dying. But Westland's not dying. The city's growing and the leadership's important. And most things work well when there's a team concept. And the county's economic development department, Hassan Sheikh and Mark and all of those guys have been key players in looking at proposals. I mean, I don't know how many proposals we looked at, but I got dizzied just looking at the stacks of the proposals. So not every proposal made the cut. Good proposals did. This is a good proposal, but also a well-written proposal that we got at the right time. And one of the things that's just been important to me in the last 10 years as county executive, I've been with the county so long. I remember the times where the county thought its position was to be the godfather of 43 communities. That was all wrong. And our goal has always been, in the last 10 years, that we're partners. We have 43 communities, and our job is to support those communities, which is to support their leadership and do the best we can to help grow the county. Tax dollars that come out of the county help all of us. Increased population helps all of us. We all know that the population in the county in the state has been stagnant, but the county has been stagnant for a while. It's these kind of projects that create the energy for people to look at Wayne County and say, if you really can't find a home or a place to live in Wayne County, there's probably something wrong with you. You know, you've got a lot of choices. We're all trying to pull together to make things work. So I'm just here to thank Westland, to thank our economic development department, and all of the leadership in Westland, that as long as we work together as a team, there's no end to the kinds of things we can accomplish. And I think we're on our way up. Thank you very much for the time. And my commissioners, I see my bosses here. I don't want to forget, obviously, Commissioner Garza, right? And my favorite commissioner. We really are a team. There are times when we spat, but that's the natural essence of government. If it's a straight railroad track to the end, then there's something wrong. You got to have some bounce back in that. As long as we're all working to try to get to the same goal, I think it's healthy. And so I really want to thank all of you for the work that you've done, and we're going to help Westland as much as we can going forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, CEO. Next, we will actually welcome up Mayor Kevin Coleman. Mayor Coleman was elected in 2023, about 1 year ago, and Mayor Coleman has hit the ground running as the city's executive. As evidenced by his support at the beginning of the visionary project behind us, Mayor Coleman is committed to fighting for the people of Westland and delivering the very best for the people of this community, as evidenced by Nankin Square and Amphitheatre. So please help me welcome Mayor Kevin Coleman.
Well, good morning, everybody. So when we put this on the schedule for one of the last days in October as an outdoor groundbreaking, I wasn't sure how this was going to go, but woke up this morning, I saw 70 degrees, sunny. We couldn't have asked for a better day for this, and what a great group of people to come together and make this thing happen. I'll tell you something, I wanted to share something with you. My first day as mayor about a year ago, last November, a reporter from the Wayne Westland Observer called me, and she said, I want to interview you, but pick a location in Westland that's significant and meaningful to you. And I said, well, give me a minute, let me think through that, because it's a big city. You know, I got to figure out where we want to meet. And I called her back about 5 minutes later. I said, meet me at Nankin Mills. And I chose Nankin Mills because it was a symbol of our city's past. It's a symbol of where we came from. It was the seed that started, founded by Henry Ford. It was the mill that was a seed that started economic development and population right here in this area. It's a symbol of our history. And when we decided, not long after that, when we decided to continue this project, we had to pick a name. And we gave it a lot of thought, and I kicked it around a lot with Alex Garza here and some of the members of the council and my staff. And we wanted to incorporate Nankin into that name. And so we picked Nankin Square and Amphitheatre. And as I think about this project is going to be a symbol of Westland's future and where we're going. And I think CEO Evans said it best, that we're moving beyond just having a mall as a center of our city. We have a vision for this area to grow it, to create density here, to create activity here. And what I really love about this project is it's funded by grant money. This is not actually any city budget funds. It's all grant money from the TIFA board, from the state of Michigan, Wayne County, and the federal government all coming to the table. And you see all levels of government collaborating as a team to make something like this happen. So right behind us is where the amphitheater is going to be. And it's going to be a place where musical acts, performers, city leadership, city events and groups, and people from all across the area can come and hold their events and host weddings, parties, performances. It's really going to be a beautiful place, something that's unique to this whole area. And it's right here in the center of our shop and dine district. There will also be a dedicated food truck area for events and food truck rallies. There'll be an adventure and nature play elements for children to enjoy, along with an outdoor arcade and multi-use space. You can already see that the concessions and restroom area is already starting to go up over here. And again, this is a $12 million project, and I remember when I saw that price tag, I kind of had a little bit of sticker shock. $12 million. But to do something this nice, and I had Joe from Soleil Construction, who was awarded the bid on the project, walk me through the site a few weeks ago. And one of the things I asked him is, how is this worth $12 million? You know, can you explain how we got to $12 million? And he walked me through it, and it's really going to be, it's really going to be a state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind, beautiful location. And it's really something that our city is worthy of. So again, I want to thank the TIFA board, Tax Increment Finance Authority board right here in Westland. Thank you so much for the hard work. $8.5 million commitment. $2.5 million from Wayne County. Hassan Sheikh, your team, CEO Evans, Deputy Executive Assad Turfy, and everybody that helped make this possible. Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, Economic Development Director Commissioner Garza. Thank you everybody for coming to the table to get that $2.5 million from Wayne County. It's a key integral piece of making this happen. A $1 million grant from the Michigan Economic Development Corporation, and a $250,000 grant from the federal government. Thank you, Congresswoman Tlaib, for your support. So Nankin Square and Amphitheatre will result in an economic boost for Westland as it will attract visitors, tourists, and businesses to our area. The increased foot traffic that you'll see here and spending by visitors can stimulate our local economy. It can help businesses of all sizes in our city center and shop and dine district right here in Westland. It will generate tax revenue and create employment opportunities. And as you can see by the diverse crowd today, people are really excited about this happening. So I got a big smile on my face. It's a great, exciting, historic day. I can't wait to break ground. As you can see, some of the construction's already started. With this great fall weather, we want to kind of get ahead of things. So we appreciate everybody who's here in making this happen. But before I wrap this up, I just want to take a moment to do something special, and this is a little bit of a surprise to a few people. But I want to invite a couple of my friends to come up here because we are going to have some special dedications as part of this project. So I'm going to start with a friend of mine. I know he's in the audience. Bill Ziemba, if you could come up. So we're making history today. Bill Ziemba is a big part of why this project happened. He's a former member of our Westland City Council. He's a longtime member of the TIFA board who dedicated the biggest piece of funding for this project. And a really cool part of this project is a bridge over the Morgan River drain right here behind us that's going to connect City Hall to the elements of this project. So we decided that we are going to dedicate this bridge as the Bill Ziemba Bridge. Congratulations. Yeah. Your lasting work for the city is something that we'll never forget, and we wanted to make sure that we put that as a dedication for you.
Thank
So
you,
did you want to say anything?
Outside of the fact that I'm truly shocked, and mayor and council and the TIFA board, it's more than I ever expected, and I am deeply, and I mean that sincerely, deeply, deeply honored by this recognition. And wow, all I can say is go Westland. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I have one more dedication that's deeply personal and special to me and many people here. I want to invite one more friend of mine up, Judge Sandra Cicerelli. Watch your step. Yep, it's a heck of a construction site, so everybody be careful on the way out of here. So Sandy is somebody, I call her Sandy. When I first moved to Westland as a kid, she was my neighbor around the block. But more than that, at the time, she was our mayor. And she was a great inspiration for me and a lot of people here in leadership. She's the only woman to serve as mayor of the city of Westland. She was, before that, she was our city council president. And now she's our district court judge. And I know you're planning on retiring at the end of the year.
I am. Yes.
But you're also the only person to serve in all three branches of Westland government: the legislative, executive, and judicial branch. And as you've had your career in public service, you've made a very lasting legacy on behalf of Westland residents. And I could think of no better way to make this permanent, then your permanent legacy needs to be permanently reflected some way in our city. And so we have an area right behind us, which is the lawn. It's going to be the great lawn where people can gather and watch the events and the shows. And so we decided to dedicate this as Cicerelli Commons.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh my
Did you want to say something?
Yeah, oh, Mayor, thank you very, very much. And I love this city as you do. You always have. And I've dedicated a lot of my life to serving our residents. It's been my pleasure. It's been my honor. And this is a true surprise. and I am just overwhelmed and grateful, and thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Bill. This is a really special day. I'm so joyful that we were all able to come together to do this. I can't wait to cut the ribbon and open this up about a year from now and invite you all back for some really special events. And I also want to take one more moment to thank my team, Director Garza, all of our city staff, Director Garza's economic development team that's here today. I see some of you, you're all here with us. It took a lot of hard work. I want to thank Deputy Mayor Jim Godbout. I want to thank our Westland City Council members that are here today for your support. It took really a community coming together to do this. It's going to be really exciting. So, hey, thank you for being here. And I think we're almost ready to break ground here officially, but I'll let Alex come back up. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mayor. Very special dedications indeed. But before I continue on with recognition of speakers coming up, I just want to recognize my team, Economic Development Department. We have Brendan Schroeder, Jamie Salmons, and Lamar, who are all three from my team. So if you could just stand and be recognized, I believe they're in the back there. Thank you for all the hard work on this as well. Our next speaker is Scott Catallo, who's the TIFA Board Chairman. The City of Westland is very, very fortunate to have many great residents and leaders that serve in several different capacities across our boards and commissions. Scott has served on our TIFA board for many years, bringing years and years of experience to the board table. Scott, along with his colleagues, have fully wrapped their arms around this Nankin Square project and have shown their fierce support by committing nearly $9 million to what will be Nankin Square just behind us. Without Scott and his team's commitment to the people of this city, none of this would have been possible. So please help me welcome TIFA Chairman Scott Catallo.
Thank you. A tough act to follow, Mayor Coleman. Again, Scott Catallo, current chairman of the TIFA and Brownfield Development Boards for the City of Westland. Resident also of 30 years of Westland. And I'm happy to say today, it's a very exciting day for the City of Westland with this park. We're happy as a board to be sponsoring this project and leading us through the process and really adding it to other successful projects in the city, including the fire station next to me, the new fire station which we recently broke ground on, and the city hall behind me. And for myself, I'm a licensed architect by trade, which is interesting. I have to say, Mayor, it's nice to be on this side of a project than the other. It's kind of rewarding. But being an architect, as the mayor said, projects like this, it takes a village to get done. It really, really does. And it takes a lot of people. And I represent a small part. A lot of leadership's been talked about today, which have been fantastic to work for. But again, I represent a board, and I know that I have a few of my colleagues here today, both past and present, and I would love for them to stand up and get acknowledged. And thank you for their dedication and leadership through the project. And Mayor Coleman in his comments was very appropriate. It's one of the things that was on my to-do list, was to really thank Bill. And Bill, I'm going to embarrass you one more time by standing up if you could. Bill was really the kick-started this program and this project for us as a TIFA board, and he's been a good mentor for me as I got onboarded to be chairman, and I just want to thank you for your leadership for many years. And again, getting back to the Takes a Village, I want to thank the county and the other representatives, and Alex, your team, been fantastic work for it. So thank you, very excited about this project.
Thank you, Scott, and thank you to the entire TIFA board. for this investment. Next, we will introduce Jessica Caters, principal at OHM. In our Economic Development Department, we're happy to work with OHM in their role of making ideas come alive for the city. We're so happy to have worked with Jessica Caters in particular from OHM, the principal at OHM, as if they worked to design and engineer Nankin Square. There was a lot of thought and innovation that went into this design, and I cannot thank Jessica and her team enough for the work that they have done for the state-of-the-art facility that we'll have behind us. So please welcome Jessica Caters from OHM.
Thank you, Alex. OHM advisors, we've been blessed to have worked with the city of Westland to shape many of the public spaces that the city enjoys today. For multiple decades, we've worked on projects such as the Farmers Market and Tatton Park, to the reimagining of the Circuit City behind us into the current City Hall. Now here at Nankin Square, we're thankful to be a part of the city's newest community space, Sure Catalyst project for the Dine District. The square will serve as a gathering place, a venue for cultural events, markets, and celebrations that will foster connections and relationships. This project represents, as many have said, a culmination of many voices coming together, community leaders, local organizations, and residents who have envisioned a space where the Westland community can come together, celebrate, and thrive. As a partner with the city, OHM assisted with the generation and designing of these visions, including what many have said is the amphitheater, the newly dedicated Cicerelli Commons, the adventure and nature play areas, the park facility building, which we can see coming up behind us, the food truck plaza, and the active green spaces where next fall we'll see the community gather to dine al fresco, play lawn games, and improve their mental and physical health. This is a space where nature, recreation, and connection will come together. We at OHM want to thank the city administration, the Westland Tax Increment Finance Authority, the city council, and most of all the community for allowing us to be a part of this revitalization. We look forward to enjoying the many events that will find homes here in the future, and we are certain that this project will be a testament to the city's success at enriching the lives of its citizens.
Thank you, Jessica, and thank you to all of the OHM team. Next, Alan Cruz, who's Hennessy Engineers Municipal Group Leader. They are the construction engineers for Nankin Square. Once our design was completed, the project was bid out, and we were ready to move forward with construction, we were happy to welcome Alan Cruz and his team at Hennessy Engineers as the construction engineers for Nankin Square. Alan and his team has not skipped a beat in making sure that this project runs smoothly and is keeping on track and keeping weekly progress reports to the city. We appreciate you and your team for joining us on this project. Please help me welcome Hennessy Engineers Municipal Group Leader Alan Cruz.
Good morning. My name is Alan Cruz. I'm the municipal group leader. As Alex has said, we're in charge of overseeing all aspects of construction to make sure the project gets completed on time and to resolve and work through any issues that arise during construction. We've partnered with the city on many projects, but it's projects like these that really make a difference and stand out. As an engineer, this is why we get into the business, to really be a part of something bigger than ourselves and to be involved in a development that directly benefits the community and economic activity in the area. We're honored and grateful to be a part of this project, and we thank the city for that vote of confidence. Hennessy will always promise and pledge to always give our best. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, and thank you, Hennessy Engineers. Next, we'll have our last speaker for today, Joe Rossi from Soleil Building Company. Last but certainly not least, we will welcome our construction partners for Nankin Square. Soleil Construction was the winning bidder during the extensive bidding process for Nankin Square and Amphitheatre. Soleil Construction is no stranger to the city of Westland, as they have worked on numerous projects for the city and are even located right here in the city of Westland. Hennessy Engineers and Soleil Construction are working hand in glove on Nankin Square and Amphitheatre, and we are very happy to have such a great team to work on such an important project for the city. So please help me welcome Soleil Building Company Manager Joe Rossi.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, Mayor, not to correct you, but you guys are sitting where the amphitheater is going to go. So effectively, you're the first show. For the last 10 minutes. My name is Joe Rossi. I work for Soleil, and I'm the project manager on this particular project. We at Soleil are proud to be a part of the Nankin Square project. This ceremony most important to us because Westland is our home. We're based here in Westland. Today marks a significant milestone as we gather to break ground on the Nankin Square Park that will shape the future of our community for generations to come. The journey to this groundbreaking has been one of collaboration and foresight. As a result of meticulous planning, thoughtful consideration for the community's needs, and the dedication of many individuals who work tirelessly behind the scenes, as everybody has mentioned. We want to extend our deepest gratitude to all those who have contributed to this project, our elected officials, city planners, architects, engineers, and community advocates. Your hard work and commitment have brought us to this pivotal moment. We will do our best to be considerate of the community's needs and to keep this project on schedule and on budget until the ribbon cutting and now dedication to these special people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Next, we will have the official groundbreaking. That concludes the official remarks of the program. So I first off want to thank everyone for being here today. We're going to do some quick instructions on how we're going to do this, but I want to thank everyone on behalf of Mayor Coleman and all of the city council and all of our staff for being here today as we break ground here today. So thank you all for being here, and we appreciate that. Hey everyone, we were so happy today to have our official groundbreaking of Nankin Square and Amphitheatre right here in the City Center District. We're very happy about this project, $12 million project to build an amphitheater and just a great public green space for the city of Westland and its residents. This is a very unique facility that we're building here, and it's going to be housing an amphitheater actually right where we're standing, and it's going to be a very important focal point for the region, not just for the city but for the region. So we're very happy to welcome everyone here for the groundbreaking, and we're looking forward to this coming to fruition over the next year.
This is going to be a hub of just community gathering and making memories for our families. So I'm super excited that us and the United States government was able to provide some of the funding.
And I am very overwhelmed this morning and grateful because the mayor has indicated that he is going to dedicate the grassy area to be known as the Cicerelli Commons. I did not know he was going to do that today, so it was very unexpected, but very much a great honor for that. And I'm looking forward to being here for the dedication of the Commons and the Amphitheatre, and I know that this will be so well used. I've heard so much buzz and talk in the community already about it, people looking forward to having this open, and I think it'll be a great thing for the city of Westland and all our residents.
It was quite an honor that the mayor and the TIFA board and city council presented to me. I never expected a little walkway bridge to be dedicated myself. Anything that I have done as far as the city is because, I'm proud to be a Westland resident. And this is just one of the many things that the TIFA board has accomplished. Not only has this new parkway, there's a fire station, there's a new city hall, and then all the improvements along Central City Parkway are just a culmination of dedication of the TIFA board, past and present. And I don't know what's next on their agenda, but I'm sure they will find another positive project to present to the citizens of Westland. And once again, I'm greatly honored by what was presented to me today, and it is definitely more than I ever expected. And as I said before, go Westland.
Park. Now, look, I know it might not look like much right now, but I promise you this is going to be an amazing project for Westland residents. We are going to have a state-of-the-art amphitheater. We're going to have green spaces and a nature park. We're going to have a food truck area as well. We're going to have outdoor games and activities. When this project is all said and done, it is going to be such an amazing park and amphitheater for our residents to enjoy. Best of all though, it's going to be an economic driver for our community. We look at places like downtown Plymouth that have amazing parks like Kellogg Park. That's what we're building right here in the city of Westland to attract new businesses, new shops, new restaurants, and build that downtown and build that city center area around the mall that residents have been asking for years. So I know it looks like a pile of dirt and a construction site now, but I promise you this time next year, when this project is all said and done, residents are going to have a great amphitheater to enjoy concerts in the park, to enjoy more green spaces here in our community, to enjoy food trucks and outdoor games and activities for the entire family to enjoy. So we are so excited to be a part of this historic, groundbreaking moment here in the city of Westland. I'm super excited to be a part of it. My colleagues on council, the mayor, and residents all across the community. We had a great turnout here today, and we are looking forward to this state-of-the-art Nankin Square Park and Amphitheater being built right here in the Westland Shop and Dine District.